Before we delve into the heart of the matter, let's journey back in time to the late 19th century. The Korean Peninsula, home to a rich history and culture, found itself tangled in a web of geopolitical rivalries. Its strategic position made it a desirable piece of real estate for world powers like China, Japan, and Russia. At the dawn of the 20th century, Japan emerged victorious, imposing a brutal regime that lasted until the end of World War II. With Japan's surrender in 1945, the Korean peninsula was divided along the 38th parallel. The Soviet Union assumed control of the north, while the United States took charge of the south. This division was intended to be temporary, but it soon became an ideological battleground between the two superpowers. Fast forward to June 25, 1950. The North Korean People's Army, under the direction of Kim Il-sung, marched across the 38th parallel. Their goal? To unify the peninsula under a communist regime. The United Nations, led by the United States, sprang into action. Troops were dispatched to halt the North Korean advance, marking the beginning of the Korean War. For 3 years, the Korean peninsula was rocked by intense combat. The conflict was marked by a series of seesaw battles, with the front line swinging back and forth across the 38th parallel. It was a brutal war, causing immense suffering and loss of life on both sides. In 1953, the fighting finally came to a halt with an armistice agreement. However, a formal peace treaty was never signed, technically leaving North and South Korea at war to this day. The Korean peninsula was left divided, with the demilitarized zone serving as a tense and heavily fortified border. The Korean War was a significant event in the early stages of the Cold War. It highlighted the ideological divide between East and West, with the United States and Soviet Union using Korea as a proxy battleground. The conflict also set a precedent for future U.S. involvement in regional conflicts to halt the spread of communism. In conclusion, the Korean War and the division of Korea were not just products of a local conflict, but a reflection of the larger Cold War tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union. Today, the divided Korean peninsula serves as a stark reminder of a war that has technically never ended, and the ideological divide that continues to shape our world. As we journey through history, it's essential to remember these events, not just as isolated incidents, but as interconnected threads in the tapestry of global history. The Korean War and the division of Korea are no exception. They offer us valuable insights into the complexities of international relations and the enduring impact of historical events.